Yo guys, welcome back to SempreInter TV. It's been a long old summer for Interisti. It's almost been as long as last season. It's felt just as stressful, just the same ups and downs, lots of ins and outs. And to discuss it all and looking forward to the new season, I have Cammy and Renato with me. What's up guys?
Ciao raga, yeah, been a long summer, but very excited about what's about to come in this season.
Hi guys, thanks for having me on. Much like Renato, really looking forward to what the season's got in store for us.
It's great to have you two on again. We've received a lot of positive feedback from our last episode when we did the season review. So let's jump straight into the first topic. Who has been your favorite signing of the summer? You know, who has been the position that you look forward to seeing the most next season?
So my favourite signing would be the manager Antonio Conte. I think that's a huge signal of intent of where we want the club to go. I think with him certainly at the club we can get back to where we once were. He's a confident leader and with his methods we're sure to get better. In terms of the actual playing side of things, I'd say defence has probably been the best place for strength, and Diego Godin is a great signing and the defence is even more rock solid.
My favorite signing of the summer is Nicolo Varela. I've been a fan for a long time. If Cagliari is playing, I try to watch it. I think he's one of the future Italian midfielders in that position, and obviously a world talent. And we're very lucky to have him, I think. And I'm very excited to see him develop and contribute to Inter.
Barella's definitely an interesting signing, but for me, I'm really excited to see Romelu Lukaku in the Serie A. I've wanted him to come to the Serie A in general for a while, even before all this Icardi drama. And I think, you know, the Serie A really suits him in terms of his physical ability. We've seen he's an absolute tank, a beast. And yeah, I feel like if he can get back to his Everton physique, that 99, 98 kilogram body weight, I think he can absolutely smash this league. And I'm really looking forward to what Antonio Conte can do with Lukaku in his team. And all the other signings, I feel like they're more functional to the Conte system, so they don't really excite me individually. So that's why I've chosen Romelu Lukaku. So moving on to the next section, I want you guys to rate our transfer market this season. So Cammy, give me your rating out of 10.
So I'd give our Mercato so far a 7 out of 10. We've managed to acquire a lot of the players we set out to, from Barella to Sensi to Lukaku. So yeah, certainly very happy with that. The score would have certainly been a lot higher though had we managed to sell a lot of the players. It's something we've really struggled with this summer, from João Mario, and then there's obviously the Mauro Icardi situation, and then poor deals for Ivan Perisic and Radja and Golan as well. So yeah, it could have been better, but not a lot I can complain about. Right, Renato, what do you think?
Yes, Cam, I completely agree with you. 7 out of 10, but so far, I think we still have a couple weeks to go. If we manage to get rid of João Mario and Icardi and get Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, I think it'll be a 10 out of 10 Mercato.
Yeah, well, I think everyone has rated it 7 out of 10 till now. So as you said, Renato, we still have a little while to go. So, you know, in a few weeks, you never know what Beppe Marotta can pull out of his hat. Today we're linked heavily with Alexis Sanchez instead of Dzeko, so let's see how that works out. But yeah, as you guys said, the fact that we haven't been able to sell João Mario and Dalbert still, and Icardi is still here with an ongoing saga, and Radja and Ivan were only loan deals, so till now I'm feeling still a 7 out of 10, but it could be much higher depending on how the next few weeks go.
So what do you guys think of our rivals Mercato? There was a lot of investment in defense by that team in Turin. They got a really good touch defender in Matthijs de Ligt, and Napoli got Manolas from Roma. So I think they did very well on that in that sense. I think it's going to be a little bit harder for Inter to break those defenses, but our defense is extremely strong, and it got even stronger with, like Cami said earlier, with Diego Godin and Bastoni, and in the friendlies, D'Ambrosio looked very well also as the third center back. So I'm very excited about that. I'm not that worried, to be honest, because of what I saw in preseason. That counter-attacking style that Conte want to install, and then Lukaku's physicality. I think that's going to push the defenses forward closer to the goal and then create a lot of spaces like we saw in preseason for the midfielders and second strikers to shoot from far away and from outside of goal. And I think that would open more possibilities for us to score, and that's just the same old cross to the middle and hope for our number 9 to score. So I think that change of system, I think, will be very beneficial for us, and I don't think it's going to be a big deal when we come in front of the Koulibalis and the leagues of Serie A. What do you think, Rahul?
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on there. I think, yeah, especially Napoli, the fact that, you know, they've kept the same team once again, just like last year. They've you know, kept the most important players and added Manolas to Koulibaly, which makes them, yeah, one of the strongest centre-back pairings, and then added, you know, it seems like Lozano is close to joining them after they've had a frustrating window, and then Elmas and Di Lorenzo, you know, useful additions, nothing spectacular, but, you know, certainly moving them up closer to Juventus. And then Juventus themselves, you know, they're a big question mark, but they're still the favourites for me after all the additions, and the Sarri addition, you know, with the new brand of football, completely different from Allegri. They might take some time to get used to, but, you know, they're still the strongest squad in the Serie A by a long margin. And then Roma, I still don't think they're very strong. The defence is very weak. I don't think Mancini being added to the defence has made much difference. So I'm quite confident going ahead into the season. I don't think Lazio as well have strengthened much either, so I'm pretty confident. What do you think, Cammy, going in?
I agree with what both of you have already said. I think rivals have made some magnificent signings, particularly the ones Renato mentioned, with Juve with De Ligt and obviously Napoli with Manolas. I've been quite impressed by Milan. They've made some interesting signings, kind of younger players, Rafael Leao, Ismail Benessa, kind of players like that they could really take you by surprise. I've not been so impressed by Roma or Atalanta. I still think we should have enough though to kind of get a third place finish or what have you, so I'm not too worried, but certainly some good signings have been made. So guys, moving on, what are your hopes for the season ahead? Personally, I'd like to see us make an improvement on last season's 4th place finish and finish 3rd. I'd also like to see us achieve Champions League qualification far sooner than the last day of the season as we have for the past 2 days. I'd also like to really see us avoid that mid-season blip that seems to happen every single year, so hopefully this year's different. What do you think, Rahul?
Yeah, I mean, quite similar really. Just an improvement from last season, or from the past 2 seasons. We finished 4th, so I'd like us to finish at least 3rd next season. See some improvement in the football, you know, normal crossing inshallah hopefully, but he is still Conte football, so I'm not expecting much champagne football. And of course off the field I'm expecting to see a lot less controversy. I'm hoping Inter a lot less into the newspaper headlines for off the field related issues. I hope we're making headlines for good reasons for our on the pitch performance. So yeah, that's mainly my focus for next season, and I think with Marotta and Conte at the helm we'll definitely see an improvement on that side of things, especially with Icardi and Raja and even Perisic out the door. What do you think, Renato?
Oh yeah, please, no controversies and no blackouts, no mid of season blackouts, please. That's my first hope. And the second thing I hope the most is that, like I said last time in the season review, qualify for Champions League in April. Please, man, just give us a break. April, please. Let's not wait till the last second. It's so unfair, so unfair. So yeah, if that happens, I'll be very happy if we avoid those 2 things. And if and the places, I don't care. At the end of the day, 1st to 4th, we get to the Champions League, we get that money. Like it really doesn't matter. But I think in order to make a statement, I think a close 2nd would be amazing. I think that would send a strong message for the season ahead, for the next one over, because then we'll be definitely contenders.
Okay, speaking of next season, guys, what are your predictions for next seasons? Let me hear your predicted finishes for, you know, the league, Champions League, Coppa Italia. Let's start off with you, Cammy. What's your predictions?
So I'll start with the prediction for the first kind of few fixtures. The first 3 games, I think they're quite kind to us, and I think they're games that we should ultimately be winning. The following 3 games, and we've got Milan and Lazio in that, so yeah, a bit more difficult there, but I think certainly 15 points should at least be the aim there. In terms of an overall league finish prediction, I'm going to say 3rd. I'm confident that we can definitely kind of improve on last season. We might run Napoli close for 2nd, but I think, yeah, if we get 3rd, any better, great. In terms of Coppa Italia, hopefully we reach at least the semi-finals. In terms of Champions League, I'd like to just see us progress. So there are my predictions for this coming season. What do you think, Rahul?
Yeah, quite. Similar along lines, but of course, the first match day against Lecce is ideal. I think to get the team kicked off in the right way. I think that's a 3 points that should be clinched, whatever the team is, even if we don't have Lukaku starting in that first match. And then in terms of predicted finish, I'm still saying 3rd at the moment. I think between us and Napoli it will be a good fight for that 2nd spot. I'm not sure if making all these wholesale changes in the team will help us bed in, and of course we've got the Champions League commitments this year. At least I'm hoping to get past the group stage, because obviously last year we had those FFP issues where we couldn't submit a full 25-man squad, so we didn't really manage to rotate that much, and we fell apart against PSV as well. So I'm hoping for some improvement in the Champions League, even though Conte is not particularly known to be a Champions League specialist. And in the Coppa Italia, I want to reach the final at least. We haven't won that competition for a while now, and I think we definitely have the team for it. And I think that's definitely the first right trophy to get under Conte's belt. It would be the Coppa Italia, I think. So what do you think, Renato? What's your predictions?
Yeah, but as I said, I'm expecting a close 2nd to finish in the league. For the Champions League, same thing, get out of the group stages, at least, the last 16. I think that would be okay, but just because of what we are building, that would be acceptable for me. Coppa Italia, same. We gotta get to the final. I have to. It's this whole season, it's very reminiscing of 2004 when Mancini took over, and there was this big overhaul, a bunch of new players, a bunch of quality players that came into the squad, and that whole cycle started by winning the Coppa Italia, and I think that should be a goal this season. And then in terms of our first 6 fixtures, they're all against smaller sides. I'm not expecting to win all 6, but I'm also not expecting to lose any of those matches. I would at least hope for 15 points, 15 to 17. I think it's a stretch, especially because the team is still getting together and they're still getting adjusted to the new system, and all those other teams are going to be very, very aggressive and very hard to break. So, but yeah, I think 15 points out of those first 6 matches, I think that would be a very acceptable beginning.
And moving on social media, last few days I put out a poll on Twitter, engaging with our Interisti around the world, thinking, Lukaku, how many goals do you reckon he will score? Engaged around 330 people on Twitter, and the majority are thinking Lukaku's going to score at least 20 goals. So, very interesting results. Of course, Interisti being very optimistic regarding Romelu Lukaku, and I'm with them pretty much. I would say I'm expecting at least 20 goals in all competitions from Lukaku, which I don't think is too far-fetched from him. He's had 20 goal seasons for a majority of his career. Let's not forget his goal scoring record for Belgium as well, the top goal scorer of all time for his national team. Yes, he has that big problem scoring against bigger teams in the Premier League. His top 6 record has been awful, but I think he will do bits for us. And what's your thoughts on that, Cammy? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm similarly optimistic about him. I'm going to be very specific and say he is going to score 23 goals this season. What do you think, Renato?
Yeah, in all competitions, definitely 20. I would expect 20 goals from him. Serie A, I'll say 15. And we got to keep something in mind. He does not take penalties, so that is not gonna raise the tally highly, but I'll say, yeah, 20 in all competitions for sure. Yeah.
What do you think he will add to the team, Renato?
I think he's going to add that physicality, and he's going to push the defenses close to the goal. So he's going to open a lot of spaces for the second striker, whoever that may be, if it's Politano, hopefully Lautaro, and the incoming midfielders. Once Sensi joined the attack, Varela, Brosso, you know, all those shots from outside the box, even Vecino. Vecino has a really good shot. And if we're at home and De Vrij and Skriniar go forward too and have a long range shot, I think yeah, that's gonna be his main part of the game, and the thing that I'm looking forward to, him pushing the defenses closer to the keeper, not, you know, not all those crosses inshallah and hope for a header or something, you know. So that's why I'm not, even if he scores 15 goals in all competitions but provides that and we score a lot of goals from midfield, I'll be very, very happy with it. So what do you think, Cammy? How do you think Lukaku will perform in the team?
So aside from possibly bringing one of the worst touches in world football to the team, he's certainly going to bring a lot, particularly goals. He's a big, strong boy, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing him play this season.
Oh, that's it for today, guys. It's been an enjoyable episode. Thank you very much to Cammy and Renato for joining me. Hopefully it'll be much less of a stressful season, but you know, we're Inter, so it's never a given. So thank you to Renato and Cammy.
Thank you, Rahul, for having me. And remember, guys, this club is not for everyone. Forza Inter.
Thanks again for having me on. Hopefully it's a really good season for us. Obviously, to the viewers, keep tuning in. Lots of big things coming this season.
Spot on. And please, as always, like and subscribe. Keep supporting us and commenting down below. And follow us on all of our socials at SempreInter.com. And that's it. Forza Inter!